Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic and our Blood Elf Mage playthrough. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and joining me here today. I really do appreciate you. We are headed south from the outpost. We are going to do some troll encounters today. We need some Catlord Claws, Hexer Staves, and then we are taking on Catlords and Hexers themselves for a kill quest. 20 total. We have all the misbats we need. That turns in back in Tranquillian, I'm pretty sure. Am I running through lots of stuff today? Yeah, sure. I feel like we're going to be okay though. We do have an unspent talent point. I've started the habit of just like checking when I haven't been on a character in a couple of days, because usually I have an unspent talent point. We'll do another point in Ignite, just for more burn damage. And then we will stop right here before we run through a giant camp of trolls. Simple Blouse of the Whale. 2 stamina, 1 spirit. It is simple. It actually matches what we have on. 5 health or 1 spirit. Oh no, that'd be switched. So 2 stam. How many health is 2 stamina, I wonder? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's wear it for a change of pace. Just something different. May be better, may not be better. We got hexed into a chicken. That's not what you want to see. Burnished gloves. We're getting a lot of greens, which is good for us because we can disenchant. Probably would have been good for us to empty our inventory before we left town. But disenchanting kind of helps with that a little bit. And I think that's all we can do. Let's go ahead and learn this. Oh, we cannot disenchant that. We took the spell power here over the stats. We can't disenchant that either. Okay, moving onward then. He hexes every time we get some range to wand him. He just goes right for that hex. It's actually super smart, so good for him. Doesn't really help us, but we should also be looking out here. We have a couple of other things to do. We need to be poisoning some food racks, and then we have to work our way all the way to the back to take on the named guy. And here we go. Yeah, these guys are going to be a pain. Maybe we do some polymorph here, because otherwise we're going to be fighting them both at once. It's going to be kind of a pain either way. Is he going to hex us? Now the Catlords probably can't hex. It's just going to cost us so much mana to fight the cat lords. It's 2 full mobs. I mean, one of them is level 18 and one is level 15, so I guess at least one of them is a lower level, but yeah, it's still like fighting 2 mobs, so it's just gonna eat a lot of our mana up and probably take a long time. Now we need to kill 10 of them. That's so we gotta fight 20 mobs essentially just to get that part of the quest done. Do we want to sheep him first and then take on the cat first? This is not what we want to do at all. It's not how we do it. We're not going to be able to take that. I don't really know what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking we should probably just run away and I think we're going to die here. Maybe the slowing will stop them if I can strafe and not pull these cats and all these other ifs. There we go, we dropped them. We're fine. It's okay if we die. It's not a hardcore run. Obviously, I'd rather not. I'd also rather not just let this cat walk up to my face. Let's park ourselves over here, and we'll try this again. This just got kind of tough. We really just can't afford to pull any ads. Not when each ad means pulling 2 mobs. That just absolutely didn't work out with the fluidity that I wanted it to. We were out of range for the frost bolts. Because of course we were. We're still just blowing through mana. Either way we do this. He broke early, so I mean at this point now I just kind of want Frost Nova to be back up. Oh good, he resisted Frost Nova. That's absolutely what I wanted him to do. Perfect. Okay, yeah, these guys are going to be a blast, aren't they? Really exciting. Part of me wants to deal with all the cat lords right away and just get it done. Part of me knows that if we do that, we'll probably just have to fight some randomly. So let's just keep progressing here towards the... Let's make the food racks and the named guy the priority, and we'll clean up any of the kill quest and collection quest after that. That sounds like an okay plan. Let's just sheep this guy. Why is our range sucking so bad here? I feel like our range has been shortened, and I know it's not true, but it sure as heck feels like it today. Okay, I'm giving up on the whole sheep thing for now. It's not really like, it's not really doing a lot for me anyway. Just run away for a second. For no good reason, except there's not really... I like... Just tanking him to his face feels bad, but we can't, literally can't do anything else. I'm just gonna hate fighting these guys, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute myself, and we're gonna finish these guys up. Alright, let's make sure we poison the food rack. Sometimes I wonder if YouTube scans some of the crap I have to say in this game and like has a human listen to it to make sure it's like normal and not something absolutely terrifying like poisoning real people. I hope that does happen. I hope that sometimes they hear some of the stuff I have to say to play this game and that a human like reviews it. Because I've clicked all the buttons saying that the video's fine, that there's no horrible graphic violence or death and destruction. Which there isn't, except that there is, within a game, much murderings. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to deal with you, to be fair. You're not really slowed much by my slow for some reason, but also you're not dealing a lot of damage. I really need Frost Nova to be like a 10 or 15 second cooldown would be really awesome. I can see how that would be overpowered in like a PvP situation. Having Blink would be great. Blink would buy us the couple of seconds we need for Frost Nova to be off cooldown in most cases. Let's keep on going to the south. We have 2 more food racks that we need to interact with. And then we have a named guy all the way down here somewhere. Well, that was pretty freaking rude. I don't like that at all. This puts us at a huge disadvantage here. We don't have Frost Nova. We are low on mana. We've been hexed and interrupted. It's not a good spot to be in. And now we are and almost dead, which has kind of been the story of this area, hasn't it? Granted, we're fighting guys that are level 19 and we're only level 18, so it does make sense that they're giving us a harder time than anyone really has so far. Can he come out the window? He can't come out the window. The interesting thing, though, is that I think I probably could go back through the window. So what's he gonna do about that? Oh, he got us! That's great, it regens our health for a minute, doesn't it? He was like, no more. Oh, now we can't go in? There's like a small way in. I don't really know if we're supposed to be able to. We got him. The burn damage might get him. That was silly, but fun. But mainly just silly. I like how he died in the window of the other hut. That's actually funny. I know some of you guys out there are fans of Brandon Sanderson and the Cosmere. And what I want to know is, you know, typically I have a few TV shows that I watch, and, you know, I'm not really big into movies, but usually get into a couple TV shows. And recently, since I've been rereading the Mistborn books and about to move into Stormlight Archive, I've been realizing that I really can't get into or appreciate other forms of storytelling, because I'm starting to realize how short-sighted, transient, and temporary TV shows are, like storytelling in TV shows, how everything is determined by randomness, basically. The writers have to concoct some kind of story to string audiences along, but it has to be adaptable to things like current political views, whether or not they liked what the actors or actresses have said on social media. You know, they have to be so flexible in the kinds of stories that they're telling and the story that they're telling that I never feel like they have a big vision or a grand plan, or that if they do, it just never comes to fruition. And so, like, I've been trying to watch Season 3 of The Mandalorian, because Seasons 1 and 2, I thought when I watched them, were absolutely amazing. Pure Star Wars. So absolutely, if you're a Star Wars fan, like the original trilogy, Mandalorian feels like the right kind of Star Wars. But it still feels that way, even more so. But as far as like the story goes, like the overall story, the A plot and B plots, I don't find myself giving a shit. I don't find them very engaging. I don't find a lot of the characters' motivations very believable in light of the things that have happened to them in the past. It's almost like you don't get character development, you get like lateral movement of the character through like different adventures, but it's starting to seem like true development of a character is not going to happen. And so that only started happening when I've been like really deep back into Brandon Sanderson books. Just seeing really good storytelling that you can tell has been planned out from the very beginning to go a certain way, and it doesn't have to change or adapt to like audience reactions or random stuff in the world. It can just be a story that gets told. Yeah, it gets chopped up by an editor at some point, but that's more like a collaborative work between the editor and the author, and not like the creator having to change or adapt based on circumstances that are outside of their control, which I feel like most of movie storytelling and TV show storytelling is so just wishy-washy, you know? It's wishy-washy. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. It could be totally different than what you expected. To me, it's almost worth not getting invested into anymore. I have very limited time to like absorb forms of media and stuff, you know? And yeah. Just wondering if that has happened to any of you guys who are like, not even just Sanderson, but people who are really big into reading and big into like big fantasy series of books. How you get that long form storytelling that gets to be really thought out over time. And how you don't have that in TV and movies. And don't say MCU, because the MCU has had to change so many storylines and so many movies that have been canceled or not made, or just because of things that have happened with actors and stuff in the real world. So yeah, MCU is not an example of like excellent long form storytelling. It is an example of like pretty decent adapting to crap that happens while trying to weave a story meticulously, but like, you know, having a lot of holes over the past, like, you know, 15 years that it's been going on. It's a good attempt. I do like the MCU for what it tries to do, but it too, just like TV shows, is very, very prone to just things like having to change, and not in the way that like a writer would decide without any outside influence, but just like totally out of their control. They suddenly have to make a huge change, and it happens all the time. And so we never get to see in like the MCU or TV shows like what the story would have been had the writers just been able to like do their vision, you know. Anyway, rant over for now. Let's focus up. We have to head further south to get the last meat rack. And we need a couple more Hexer Slain and Hexer Staves, but it seems like we're done with Cat Lords. So we can avoid them if it's safe to, and we won't always be able to. Having a little more health and mana would not be a bad thing. That's a Cat Lord. Can I get around you? Let's kind of zoom our camera out and see what we can do. I think we can do this. I don't like playing this way, but sometimes it really does help. Okay, we got chickened. Lots of cat lords around here who I really don't want to deal with. Let's eat and drink and let them path away. Maybe we can sneak up the stairs behind them. Maybe. We don't need to go into this building though. The food is actually in one of the huts further on. Okay, so we don't need to go in there at all, which is great. We've got guys behind, we've got guys in front. You resisted. I hate when they resist the Frost Nova. It's the worst feeling, because then you're like, okay, cool, just keep hitting me now over and over again until you're dead or I'm dead. We'll get Mage armor eventually, we'll get Blink, and those things will help alleviate the helplessness we feel when we're cornered like that. Because that is not a good feeling. And then I think, like, how stressful must that situation be on hardcore? Probably pretty stressful. Here we go again with this stuff. Alright, so the only other thing we need back here is now the named guy. I don't know if maybe he's an elite. He could be, I guess. Even if he is, we should be able to take him. I guess I'm gonna have to fight you. I don't really see a way we get through there without aggroing you. I saw it. We killed the guy with a 69. I saw it. Okay. Nice. One day we'll be done fighting cat lords. And I think the next time we'll have to fight guys with pets will be in Stranglethorn. And we will probably have a lot more tools then. We have no mana. which not really how you want to go into this. This is great. Okay, we're out of mana. We could pop this just to be able to get our Frost Nova off. We've aggroed another buddy. Boop. Goodbye, other buddy. Oh, you know what? We're fine. We missed. We missed. Oh, that guy picked him up. Okay, I didn't notice that at first. He probably thought we were going to leave the sheep. We have no mana and we have no water. It takes 132 mana to make water, so we are going to have to stand here for a minute. This guy's an elite. Maybe we can get up here and group with this paladin we saw. If we wait much longer, we're going to lose it. I do think he went this way. It seems like he left a trail of destruction. Nice. Rocking the heirlooms. They're rocking heirlooms, so this guy's going to die really quick. I'd love to get a set of heirlooms for some future runs, but you know, first I'd have to have a level 80 character with enough badge gear and a guild to get heirlooms. I could have buffed them up. I'll buff them after the fight. I know, a lot of good it does then, right? We've missed 2 fireballs in a row. Will we ever hit? Oh, that was not what I wanted. Okay, well thank you. I appreciate the help. Let's loot him so that, you know, we get credit for the quest. Anything else we have to do over here? Ghostclaw Ravagers, we're going to want to get more to the west because the quest turns in over there anyway. So for now we're done. Let's head back to the retreat and we'll get all this stuff turned in. We're gonna get level 19 from this. I'm pretty sure that I never trained level 18, but I looked ahead. We didn't get any upgrades to any major attack abilities at level 18. I don't remember what we get at level 20. But I'm not gonna worry about going back until level 20. Level 20, we will be able to get our mount as well. That'll be a better time to head back. Let's sell everything that's not green or able to be... That one we couldn't disenchant because we bought it off the vendor, I think. That we should be able to... No, we can't disenchant that either.
Shorel Oran.
Your gold is welcome here.
Let's get some actual melon juice.
Shorel Oran.
That would be good.
State your business.
Unbelievable, you really should talk to the captain about joining up as a Farstrider. Alright Rambles, you've given us breathing room that we need to continue building up our forces here. Actually, by your account, there aren't many of those trolls left at all. Maybe now we can join with Tranquillian and attack Deathholm. I think you've earned a little something, take your pick. Spell power is probably better than defense rating.
Death to all who oppose us.
So there's that.
Victory lies ahead. Death to all who oppose us. We will have justice.
Combined with your recent efforts to decimate their numbers, this should be the perfect opportunity to launch our counter-offensive against them and wipe them out for good. Is that actually going to happen, or is that all like off-camera stuff?
Farewell.
It's off-camera stuff. Perfect. We have Int and Spirit. This has straight spell power. Probably doesn't matter too much right now. Let's just try it for something a little bit visually different. It's kind of a cool looking staff.
Hello. Beware the living.
So we're basically done on the eastern side of the zone. It's funny how long I've had my hearth set to Falcon Wing without changing it. It would have been convenient to hearth back to Tranquillian right now, but instead we are going to do this the long and hard way, which is to run. Not really thinking we need to do much along the way unless we run into people who are worth kill experience. Like, this guy's not. Does this lead us to the shortcuts? No, it doesn't. Okay. I thought that led to the little elevated trail that led back to Tranquillian, but it doesn't. It heads back to the Night Elf Moon Orb thing. Oh, we have a quest to turn in here. I actually did not notice that. Not a surprise, I know.
Anu Belore Delana. Salama Ashalanore.
Stamina. This is actually an upgrade.
The reckoning is at hand.
According to this journal, Darkhan promised the Scourge two powerful elven artifacts, the Stone of Light and the Stone of Flame. These were imbued with the magical energies of the Sunwell and attuned to have warding powers against the Scourge. The crystals were to be transported to where the Howling Ziggurat and Bleeding Ziggurat now stand in the middle of the Dead Scar. If they're still there, we need to recover them. Their power will be greatly useful in our struggle against the enemy.
Remember the Sunwell.
Anybody else have quests? No. Okay, this should be the path back here that I was thinking of, marked by the torches. Not sure if there's anything else we can get off the provisioner, but we'll take a look. We'll equip the legs, which, those are interesting. I can't really see what's going on with them. Yeah, maybe they're supposed to be like baggy. That's how they kind of tried to make them look baggy and foldy. I'm not really 100% sure. It matches our shirt though. Simple blouse of the whale and red silk trousers. Those go together really well, color coordination wise. Eventually I will set the Hearthstone here, I think. That might be a great idea. It's not doing us any good up in Falconwing Square where it's been set for the past, like, 15 hours.
State your business. Keep your wits about you. The reckoning is at hand.
The arcane fragments you collected will do nicely. Nicely for what, you ask? For making a splendid robe fit for a mage like yourself. All we need now is some linen cloth and a spindleweb silk gland. You can find the silk gland from any spindleweb spider, preferably after killing them.
We will have justice.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Remember the Sunwell.
I didn't really look at the robe or see if it was any good. But we will be fighting some spindlewebs eventually here. Okay, let's go set our Hearthstone. Then we'll turn the other ones in, then we will get going. Did I see you?
Not loiter.
But it's an inn. Aren't I supposed to loiter in the lobby of an inn? Isn't that what it's for?
Hold your head high.
Isn't that what... I'm getting mixed signals from this guy.
The eternal sun guides us. Shurelaran. Be ready for anything.
And you are...
I don't think either of these chain.
Victory for Sylvanus.
Let's take the gloves.
Beware.
Yeah, neither of the stories there went anywhere. So, there's that. Okay, well, now we are back to what? We got Risen Hungerers. All kinds of stuff going on, I suppose. Gangled Cannibals, Spinal Dust we still need. And then farther to the west, greater spindleweb spiders and ghostclaw ravagers. Everything else is to the south. The war on Deathholm. 2 ziggurats is also to the south. Not sure exactly what else we're going to finish up here today. Getting the spinal dust would be good. I don't really want to do it against enemies that are not going to give kill experience. Although at this point we just have to finish this quest, I guess. It's a level 14 quest. I'm not sure. I just kind of overlooked it, I suppose. We might have had a lot of other things up on the map and I just didn't track it properly. So if we want to get any experience for it, we literally have to do it right now. Should have been among one of the first things we did in the zone. So I'm kind of confused how we didn't, but you know, I've overlooked many things before. This would not surprise me at all. Well, that was really unfortunate. Oh, we're out of mana. I think I just threw all my mage water on the ground. No, okay, I just dragged it off the bar. Okay, we're fine. I didn't throw it on the ground. Just off the hotbar, Robert. That doesn't discard it from the inventory, buddy. I have been trying not to pull that guy, but we ended up pulling him anyway. What a jerk. That's all the gangled cannibals we need. Now we just need risen hungerers. Alright, we got a blue bag we don't need. Nice blue 8-slot bag. Cool looking. I appreciate it. We are full up on bags. This will be our last Arisen Hungerer, and then I think we peel off to the west to find the spiders and cats that we need. Let's get some mana back before we do all that, though. We got the silk gland we needed immediately, so I appreciate that. Unfortunately, this Curbing the Plague quest, I think we will have to take that back out to the Farstrider Retreat to turn that one in. We probably need to mainly head south. You know what, though? There aren't a... Yeah, there are some. Curbing the Plague. Oh, so the Curbing the Plague quest is a little bit different than the other one. So they might be different enemy types. Maybe we do have to stay up here for Curbing the Plague. And then the other kill quest is to the south. Oh, that was a big ol' whiff with Frost Nova. Alright, that's 8 out of 8 for the spindle webs. Now we can head to the south. Now we're looking for the larger spiders and the big prowlers. But do we want to do this one now? I don't really know. How many do we need? 3 and 9. We're going to hold off on this one for today. Guys, I'm going to get these two turned in, and then I am going to take a break here for today. I will get us back to Silvermoon on a flight. I'll check out the class trainer, and I'll just train whatever we have. I don't think they were a lot of useful spells, but
What is it?
we will go ahead and train. I also have some enchanting I could work on, which I'll do. As far as, yeah, we can make lots of bolts of linen cloth. We do, eventually here, we should be getting bolts of wool cloth, I believe. Yeah, we got almost 2 stacks of wool, so I have to believe I'll be able to get that leveled up and start making bolts of wool cloth and keep going from there. That is the plan, guys. Thank you all very much for joining me with this one. I am still having a ton of fun on the Mage. That being said, it has kind of become like an every other day series, so trying to get the episodes close to an hour long in light of that. It's just that YouTube has a limited amount of content it wants to push out to people, and I have found that if I put too many episodes of Wrath of the Lich King stuff up recently, it just doesn't get pushed to anybody, and you know, it tanks the metrics, which overall hurts the channel. And as much as I would love to get this out every single day, multiple times a day, I have to work with what I have and make sure that, you know, this can get out to as many people as possible. So every other day, we might have some days where we do a couple of days in a row, but I'm aiming for every other day with this one for now. And yeah, I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.